Welcome to Atlanta, Georgia, the Flats. Bobby Dodd Stadium, home of the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets and the Ramblin' Wreck, hoping to rev up that engine. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game, as we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the James Madison Dukes, taking on a team from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Dukes will get us started with the opening kickoff. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Looking for space, it's Powell. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only pick...
He's got it! Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start for this offense.
And this is a really good job of getting on the perimeter so quickly. When you run these tosses, you get away from the big boys. And when you got speed in the backfield, let them do the rest, right? Flip it to them, let them get outside, let them run the football, make a big gain. When you got speed at the running back spot, you definitely want to toss it to them and get them on the perimeter.
The Yellow Jackets are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw, it's Dyer. Buying some time. He'll pull it down and run. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell they want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just trying to get to him, try to get him on the ground. But this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
And the Yellow Jackets kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Leaves it with the back. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
And this offense, man, they look good. They looked great last week, obviously putting up huge numbers. Again this week, coming out the gates in the first quarter with the scoring drive. This offense is putting the college football world on notice.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. it just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. Dropping back, it's Howard. Lets it fly. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. Finds some room. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
I would love to sit here and tell you that was the greatest play call ever, and the offensive coordinator is a genius. I think that was some really bad defense.
The Dukes will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Sneak gets it done.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And the extra point was good. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking for a man. It's Dyer. Quarterback extends the play. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
As if they didn't get it off in time, it'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Finds a man in the middle. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
And that's the beauty of run and play action. Everybody sucks up, plays the run, and you get to slip that tight end down the field with a full head of steam, make a big play.
Ripped off a chunk on the opening play of this drive. Now it's 1st down from the 48. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Ellis. Touchdown, James Madison. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Dyer. Pulls it in, it's Jacobs. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all of the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Butler. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
Direct snap. Creates a little space. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. Leaves it with the back. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
Fires to the tight end.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
The Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
Using his feet. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat. They've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Looking for a man. It's Howard. Quickly out to the tight end. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. And after that short completion, what will they do now? Just a few inches to go.
Yeah, and you wanted to get the ball out quick, and you wanted your receiver to make the play for you and get the first down. You don't now. Decision time, 4th and short.
They'll try to sneak it. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on 4th down.
Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Makes the grab. It's Ellis. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Dukes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
The Dukes are moving quickly down the field. Off play action on 1st down. Now improvising. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
On the ground, it's Roach. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
And the Dukes back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking to throw, it's Howard. Under fire. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Dukes. The offense cashing it in on that drive. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time. But when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Kennesaw State has the lead right now, but this crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 6 over Georgia State. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Back to pass, it's Dyer. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Tight end getting vertical. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. And the Yellow Jackets will snap it on 1st and 10. Just keep slinging it. The sure hands, it's Powell. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Yellow Jackets can really attack on this 2nd and short. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, I love no hesitation. I love my quarterback to make that RPO read, throw it to the right really quickly, but just got to be a little bit more accurate, maybe not rush it so much.
Past the 30. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Scrambling away. He's going to take off. Got some room into the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
And he makes the extra point. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Now, you got to read it quick, right? And he makes a quick decision, gets that thing out of his hand, but make sure your feet are set, and you still got to be accurate, even though you're trying to get rid of that ball so fast.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Rush is on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Back to throw, it's Howard. Here's a heat. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The Dukes will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He takes it at the 45. He's going to get loose. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. And they will open this drive right on the doorstep with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Dropping back, it's Howard. And here's a fumble way behind the line. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. From the shotgun, they'll run it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Yellow Jackets will kick it off to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They put points on the board in the first half, but still find themselves in a hole.
And if I'm this offense, man, I'm not trying to change anything. I scored a bunch of points. I've been successful. Jesse, the defense has to catch up here in the second half.
Yeah, they do. They're going to have to start making plays, but you can only control what you can control. So for the offense, go out, do your job, trusting that your defense is going to make a play.
They'll go right back to it. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Looking downfield, it's Howard. Got it in the middle, it's Roach. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And the Dukes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback on the keeper. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option.
The Dukes line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On the ground, going for the first down with the give to the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Dukes are on the move. Give to the back. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
The Dukes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Buying some time as he moves left. He'll throw it. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick 6, but he needs to be more accurate.
To the air, it's Howard. He's got the tight end. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down, as they've got a first at the 32.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending.
Well, they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting the backfield, making the play.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Gonna take a shot. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. There was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He'll bounce his way ahead for a pickup of 4 out to the 14.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Takes the handoff, and he's going right. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
To the air, it's Dyer. Steps away to find some room. Got out of trouble and throws.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the 3rd quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Opening play of the drive from the 39. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You've got to give your QB some time. You've got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. To the ground with the back. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Back to pass, it's Howard. Fires to the right. It's caught. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
Man, it is such a weapon to have running backs that can not only run the football, but can catch it as well. And a nice job there, David, finding the matchup one-on-one with a linebacker, a little angle route to get the first down.
Yeah, and those angle routes are hard to defend because the running back looks like he's going out first. So when I'm a linebacker, I'm like, oh, crap, I got to catch him. And then he breaks in really quickly, and a nice throw to throw it in front of him and get the first down.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And the Dukes come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. On the ground, going for the first down with the give to the tight end. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Trying to escape and get it himself. He saw just enough daylight to move the sticks and get it done with his legs.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get first downs.
Looking downfield, it's Howard. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. Smashes through the tackle. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the fourth, and the stage will be set for it. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, James Madison.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. FIU is trailing right now, and I know it may look bleak, but this team needs to regroup, remind itself it's at home, and remember just how quickly things can change. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Southern Miss. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Toss to the outside. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Catch in the middle, it's Powell. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
The Yellow Jackets will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's Dyer. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Now on 2nd down. Back to pass. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Rolling, throwing, looking right. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24. This defense, its head is spinning.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Yellow Jackets, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Looking for room, it's Alexander. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Gives it on the option. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
To the air, it's Dyer. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and where's that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you. A huge third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Moves away as he feels pressure. Took a shot as he threw. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. Corners are going to bail. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
The give as they work on that clock. Breaks into the open. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
And offensively, man, I think you want to, at this point in the game, with the clock running down in the fourth quarter with the lead, I want to add points to this. But I do want to chew as much clock as possible. Priority number 1, though, getting that 6.
The Yellow Jackets are threatening on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Finding it tough to make positive yardage now. Third and goal from the 2. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get consumed conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To throw, it's Howard. Fires to the wideout. And the timing just a hair off.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
He'll try to do it himself. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Fires to the middle. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Throws for the tight end. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the back. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing.
They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. Defense got it. They're on the run. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. The defense putting points on the board.
They're winning the game, and the defense is helping out their own cause. That's the second time in this game they've recovered a fumble and taken it in for a touchdown. We know they're opportunistic, and they pride themselves on being athletic and being physical, but they're showing you why you cannot make mistakes and cough the football up when you play them.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw. It's Howard. Pocket breaking down. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football, in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
That's going to do